Here we are at the Herbert H. Carnegie Centennial Center. I'll never forget the day that it was renamed, 2001. One of the proudest days of my grandfather's life, I bet you. I was at Northview Secondary School right next door when this place was called North York Centennial Arena. Yeah, that's the day right there. The arena was named after him. That was a proud day. He was so happy when he got that Maple Leaf jersey. He wanted it his whole life. He was so happy. One day, my grandfather showed up at our house with a pair of skates and said, "I'm taking my grandson skating." He was my #1 fan. He was my inspiration, and that's why I fell in love with the game of hockey. And I've always thought of myself as a leader. We've always been captain or assistant captain, part of the leadership group on all the teams that I grew up playing with. And I wanted to carve my teeth into what coaching is like, because I've never done it before. I reached out to a childhood friend of mine, Nathaniel Brooks, and he said that he might have this opportunity to coach.
We grew up together, obviously, right from the time we were 6, 7 years old, going to camps together. And, he was going through, a little bit of a hardship where he was laid off and he wanted to get back into the game. And it was an easy kind of transition to get him started in coaching, and it's worked out really well.
Hey, forwards, I think our defensemen and our goalies are owning us today. What are we going to do about that?
Same guys right here. Let's go. Jake, good job getting your stick on it, but have a shoulder check. You had your center in behind you, okay? One more, green.
As a black coach, I hope that I can continue to progress my career in the coaching fields and move up the ranks. I know Nathaniel Brooks will. In my opinion, he will be the first black head coach in the NHL. He's that talented.
Some of the reasons why you might not see any black coaches at this point in the NHL is because as the years have gone on, more and more of us are starting to play the game, and we're starting to perfect the game and get really good at this craft. As more players start coming to that crossroad like I did, and you're going to see more, young black coaches coming along. I'm confident in that, and I hope that what I'm doing over the last 5 or 6 years inspires others to jump behind a bench and start mentoring these young hockey players.
The first ever all-black line, Manny McIntyre and his brother Ozzie and my grandfather. They used to call them the Ink Spots, the Dark Destroyers. There were just so many racially motivated names that they would call, and they had to just have a smile on their face and play. I'm fortunate to have had a man of that strength and character in my life, and all I want to do is help the kids beneath us and be that positive role model that allows them to impact change.
Him, Willie O'Ree, those guys are trailblazers for guys like us, that look like us, that, were our inspiration to starting playing the game, right? When you saw that as a young kid, you knew it wasn't that we couldn't belong. It's just wanting to be there and sticking to it regardless of what the circumstances are. You hear Rain talk about a lot of the things his grandfather had to say to him as a young kid, and we all applied it, as hockey players.
That's what we're trying to do now, is just make sure that we keep the conversation going. We're a long ways to go. We haven't even scratched the surface, in my opinion. But I hope that with what we're trying to do with our team, that we're going to see more inclusivity, we're going to see more diversity, we're going to see more opportunity for everybody.